This is the fourth day of Elul, and we are coming to you from two different continents. Howard and I are in Siena, Italy, and Andrine has Dominic here today, and they are in Portland, Oregon. And I'm going to talk just a very brief amount about some thoughts that I had today. So Howard and I, here in Siena, we went to the museum that's part of the Duomo complex today, the cathedral complex. And obviously there's lots and lots of religious art in there of a Catholic nature. But one of the things that caught my attention was a painting of angels with long trumpets. And I observed to Howard that they weren't playing the trumpets correctly. They looked like they were sucking on the ends of them, when in fact the trumpet is played like the shofar with this buzzing the lips technique. But as I thought about that, and I thought about the angels, and this was actually not medieval art, as a lot of the art is. This was art from the late 1800s. But I was sort of recognizing that as we saw other art, in fact, today, one of the ways that you can date art is by the depictions of the instruments, not particularly with these trumpets, which are, I don't know, some made-up instrument in this particular painting, but a lot of times in a Renaissance painting, you can look at it and say, oh, those were the instruments that existed at that time. Violins hadn't been invented yet, so the string instruments, look a certain way. And I started thinking about the fact that the shofar hasn't changed, that this is not an instrument that has developed over the centuries. And in fact, these shofarot that we play, they have no adornments, they have no mouthpieces, they have nothing on them. They are exactly the same as a shofar would have been thousands of years ago. And so that's interesting, and why is that? And I'm going to be developing this concept. But one of the things about it is that because the shofar is specifically described as a ritual instrument in the Torah, we are mandated to continue to play this instrument. And it is the only instrument that is specifically mandated in that way in the Torah. That all the other instruments that were played, they're the silver trumpets and a variety of other things. First of all, we're not 100% sure with the harps and the lyres and the different tambourines and things, exactly what they looked like, because they weren't described. But also, once the Second Temple was destroyed, the ritual purpose of those instruments went away. They were supposed to be played in the temple. They were supposed to be played by the Levi'im. But the shofar is the one instrument that was ritualistically mandated to be played on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and it wasn't specified that it was played by priests. Anybody can play the shofar. So this is the theory on why we still have, on why we still have this instrument thousands of years later in a completely unchanged and unadulterated form. So now for the fourth day of Elul, we will play the shofar. I will call first, and then Howard will call, and Andrine, why don't you call last? We didn't plan that in advance today. Okay. Andrine, your sound is on? Great. Thank you. Happy Elul. Happy Elul. Happy Elul. Happy Elul. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow.